The final episode of Hulu's Murdaugh, Death in the Family is officially out. And now that we have seen the show in its entirety, let's go ahead and break down everything we just saw in that finale. What a whirlwind. Now that the finale is available and the entire season is out there for everyone to watch, I think it's safe to say that Hulu did a pretty damn good job with their version of this story. Now, I say that being someone who isn't a Murdaugh murder expert. I said this earlier in the season, as well as some of the stuff I did before the season actually started. I knew of the major headlines and the basic information. I didn't follow it beat by beat. I wasn't, fully invested in it every single day. So for myself, knowing just that type of information, I thought it was a very well done series. I'm definitely going to rely on all of you who know all of that detailed information to tell me whether or not it was told correctly or in the right way. But I thought they did a very good job of giving us the information that we really needed to know about this case. But when it comes to the TV side, I actually thought they did a very good job of telling the story, the way that they filtered out information to us as viewers, and how they broke down all of the events throughout the season, maybe the strongest feature of the show. Now, I know that it's based on Mandy Matney's podcast, or at least the events that are told within that podcast, so in a way, it's told from her perspective as well as the writers responsible for telling the story. But I think that ends up creating one of the most interesting parts of the show, specifically the very end of this last episode. From everything I have read online, all of my research, I have seen that this is the first telling of this story that puts the guns directly in Alec Murdaugh's hands. I was not expecting to see an extended version of this moment whatsoever. I thought episode 6 would be as far as we went, but as we saw the cameras roll on past that moment of him looking at himself in the mirror as he's seeing himself in the blue murder poncho, it is as shocking as gutting as we would expect it to be, because Maggie and Paul recognize their killer. It's not some random person. They looked him dead in the face and saw that their husband and father are responsible for taking their lives. It's eerie, it's harrowing, it's a moment that has you putting your hand over your face as your jaw hits the floor, but also feels extremely necessary in the context of this series and how the story has been told the entire season. Jason Clarke was unbelievable. He's been incredible all season, but truly great over the last 2 episodes or so. He was able to transform himself and really bring this real life monster to life in the show. I don't see how there is any way he's not talked about in the upcoming award season. For someone who wasn't overly obsessed with this entire case, I got exactly what I was hoping for from this series. But now that you've heard my thoughts, I want to hear what you have to say. Let me know your thoughts on the entirety of Murdaugh, Death in the Family in the comments below.